What's up, Rockstars? Today we're going to have a positive spin on things. We're going to talk about the top 10 blockbuster games that are coming out this year. That's right, these are the campaigns that are going to be huge, massive. They already have tens of thousands of people signed up. You're going to learn about them right now. Now, real quick before we dive into this, a huge shout out to my sponsor, GameWorkCreate. They sell a ton of these games. If you missed a campaign, if you want to late pledge and you find out the late pledge isn't available, yet people are playing the game, you can go to GameWorkCreate and get an awesome game for yourself, or tons of awesome minis, RPG materials, different books and stuff like that. A ton of stuff here on GameWorkCreate. As you can see, they're constantly updating their inventory. And in fact, they have more than this now too. They want to do a giveaway with you guys. And I say, sure, anytime I can give back to you guys, I love it. I would love to give you guys one of these awesome games. But let me know what you would like to see done as a giveaway. Maybe we could do a few. So go ahead and let me know in the comments below what you would like to see. I'm going to go look through those and discuss with them what we can do for you guys. So stay tuned for that. There is a link down below though already. If you see something if you're wanting to get something, they have a ton of stuff available. So feel free again, use that link down below. Show them some love. They show the channel some love. It helps keep this channel independent, and I really appreciate that. Now, I'm not going to be covering stuff like Celestial because there is no numbers here, right? There's no way for me to see how many people have signed up to this preview page. So all of these are going to be based off the numbers of people that have signed up, at least of what I can find. So we're going to go in order from least to most. So I would be curious to see if you guys remember what the number 2 spot is. You guys might know what the number 1 is, but I think you would be surprised to even learn that it is only barely number 1. So if you have any ideas or concepts of what it's going to be, you want to play a fun game, in the comments below, let me know what you think the top 3, 5, whatever the list you think are. Definitely this one's going to be on there. Then see if you were right. And maybe you know about something I don't. I would love to hear about it. So if you think something should have been here and wasn't, let us all know what awesome stuff's coming up. Like Vampire the Masquerade, the Mylan Uprising. This is huge already. 8,815 people have signed up for this. This is on the Teberu system, which is really interesting. First of all, if you sign up, you get the free miniature. I think GameFound has a good benefit there that just Kickstarter doesn't do or enable really. And that's the ability to actually gain something from clicking follow like that. You do that and you get a free gift, which is awesome. It costs you nothing too, except the idea that you're now mentally slightly invested and you feel like you might lose something now if you don't back, whereas before you lost nothing. So there's a little psychological warfare going on there, but you get free stuff and that's super cool. Teberu system, if you didn't know, if you're new here, is this right here. Essentially, it's a smart board that can tell where the miniatures and stuff are at because they have the little tokens on there. And then the dice even have tokens and stuff in there, so you can roll and it knows what it rolled and stuff like that. And it really is, I think, meant for games like this. Really immersive story games. I think that's going to be where it shines a lot. Until people learn kind of what to do more with it, that's almost a go-to easy thing there, right? You got the app, you got all the immersion, you're going around doing different things and it's all automated, you're not looking up stuff. So super cool there. But the fact that people want more Vampire the Masquerade shows how well I think that the company's doing when it comes to actually making this. And I think that's super cool to see. So definitely was surprised to see that kind of nudge up here like that with the 8,000, almost 9,000 people. That is crazy. Dungeons & Lasers 5 is also going to be huge. They're at 9,935, less than $1 a mini for Hips miniatures, and it's all fantasy-based, so it works with stuff like Dungeons & Dragons. It works with a lot of other RPG systems that you're doing, especially these monsters. I mean, that is just huge. 400 plus plastic miniatures, a ton here. So this is going to explode. This is nothing to do when it comes to how much money they're going to make necessarily, right? This is just how many people have signed up. What are the big things people are looking for? Dungeons & Lasers 5, easily, I would have guessed it was on here. Actually, I'm surprised it's as low as it is, but there is some massive ones coming. So we're going to be covering those as we progress into here. Some huge stuff. A lot of IP stuff too, of course. April 11th, this one's quick. That's actually the birthday of my twin boys. So maybe I will have some money left over from that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Next up, we have Dead Cells. I mean, obviously, right? Again, a huge IP, and I think it could do quite well as a board game. Maybe kind of interesting, but I think roguelikes tend, that kind of slow progression and stuff like that, tend to work fairly well here. I don't know what it'll be like in the combat. That's kind of the question there. But 11,059 people, will find out soon enough. Again, this is going to be really, really big. So definitely interested to see how well it is. It's going to be pretty. The art alone is just going to be great. Just the box art looks great to me. It really does. So really happy to see that, and definitely one I have my eye out on. So in fact, look at that, saved. So I already have that clicked. I didn't remember if I did or not. I'm one of those. I'm the 58th, maybe. Next up, Dante, the Invasion of Hell. 11,235 people. This is by Creative Game Studios. They've had a rough time with delivery and kind of communication and tracking things and all that lately. Not lately, I guess, but just like from their last campaign, it's been a little rough. They definitely exploded in popularity, and they had some growing pains around that. But hopefully, and they had a lot of problems with GameFound. All of that's taken care of. As you can see here, they're partnering with Foreteller to do the kind of narrative part here. This looks super cool. I will definitely be trying to get a details video for you guys soon on this. I'm curious myself. Also, there is no like freebie follow thing. So if you want my follow, give me something for free. That's my plea right now. You want me to click this? I'll click it, but I want something. I want something. Let's see what we can do. A divine comedy inspired adventure. It sounds really, really cool. It looks really neat. I love the style of it. I actually like the art more than the mini that they're showing here. I don't really care for that mini. It looks busy to me. And when it's busy like that, it can look pretty as a render, but it means I don't want to paint it. So we'll see. There's a lot there. That's just one, but definitely interested in that as well. Next up, Zombicide, of course. 13,885. This will be coming out here very shortly, so expect it in a news video here coming up too. This is the latest sequel in the fantasy line of things, and they've got a lot more high fantasy when it comes to like the anamorphic animals and stuff like that. But definitely going to be huge. Zombicide always is, and people are going to love it because the Zombicide's fun. For a lot of us. It is for me. I'm very happy with the Zombicide I have, and I'll be playing that for some time to come. It's just super cool. And yeah, again, if you want a whole bunch, I mean, that fantasy range is going to be huge by now. It's going to be massive for sure. Next up, we have Dragon Eclipse by Awakened Realms. 21,420. You will receive a free gift, but I don't know what it is, but I'm going to receive it. This Dragon Eclipse is essentially Pokemon, where you're actually kind of going around. There's a story and all that stuff, but you're collecting these animals that you can then use to actually fight other people with and stuff. The art style is very interesting because Awakened Realms tends to have a style, if that makes sense. And this actually seems to be the farthest I've ever seen them go from their normal style. So I don't know if they have new artists doing this, or if they just decided to take a different art direction. I actually tend to like their other art more. They do great art no matter what. But their sculpts, dead on. You can look at that and just know it's Awakened Realms. The art style, though, very pretty, very nice. I love the splashes of color that they're doing here. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this kind of works out. It sounds interesting to me. That, and it says one of my favorite words here, not story driven, deck building. I love building decks. So that'll be kind of interesting. And again, 21,000. Be interesting to see what the conversion is from that. I always find that interesting when you see like a whole bunch sign up and then not a lot back. That's always kind of interesting to me. So we'll see how this goes. But I'm sure with Awakened Realms at the helm, it'll go great. All right, next up, we're getting towards the end here. Stalker, the board game, 23,784. They have more information on this one because it's coming up sooner, and that might allow it to get higher too. Stalker is an IP, but it's always been kind of a cult classic. It's never really gotten that blockbuster following. However, it's interesting to see the correlation between people who appreciate Stalker and the video games to board game enthusiasts that want to back the game. To have this many followers like that, I feel like there's a strong correlation there. It's just that nerdy. They've been doing a lot of updates and votes around the style of it, what the art looks like, background, stuff like that. So that's definitely interesting to see. And again, they keep showing off more and more minis, which is cool as well. So yeah, this, and again, I'm right there with you. I'm number 81 there on that one. I don't know. I don't know. So super cool there. And look at that, $9. You see that? $9 for a character. None of this like $15 for like one mini character thing going on here. My goodness, you definitely need to calm down. All right, next up we have the Elder Scrolls. That's right, this is not even number 2. The Elder Scrolls is going to be big, 24,090 in 2 days, guys. 2 days at time of recording, which isn't that far from when you're seeing it. This is coming up, so you know this is going to be the next explosion. Followed by Zombicide. It's going to be massive. 24,000 people are going to be looking at this. Hopefully GameFound servers are going to be up for it. That'll be March 28th. This is going to be really big. Definitely is. So excited to see what all they have on offer. When I went to Gen Con last year, they didn't have this available, sadly. I was really bummed about that. I know they've had it since then, but I haven't seen it since then. So it'll be interesting to see, again, when it comes to like price point and how big it is and stuff like that. Definitely excited though. All right, so number 2 is Gloomhaven, the role-playing game, and Miniatures of Gloomhaven. It's a combination of the two, and I don't know which one's bigger. I think obviously the Miniatures of Gloomhaven will probably raise more money. It's gonna be a lot of minis. But there's a ton of people, I'm sure, that are really excited for the RPG side of this. This is also coming out in April. Now, I don't know an exact date yet, but this is going to be big. And this is actually going to be launching on BackerKit, not GameFound, not Kickstarter. So definitely the biggest BackerKit I think has seen. It's 27,019 people. And that's people willing to actually put in their email address and stuff, not even just like click a button through a system. So yeah, that's huge. It's going to be big. Definitely excited to see that. A big improvement over the normal miniatures, and you're going to get a lot of them. Here's the Piranha Pig right there. So they've actually been updating this, so you kind of see some of the options here. Definitely cool to see. And again, I think it's going to explode, make a ton of money. Will it make enough to like really break records? Don't know. We'll see. Definitely for BackerKit, I think it'll break records. Will it in the crowdfunding board game space though? I guess we'll see. So the number 1 is Nemesis Retaliation at 28,169. Quite a lot. This is going Q4 2023. So that number is just going to get higher. It'll easily go over 30,000, especially as we get closer. As they start showing previews, people start seeing this, it's going to be big. I think this is such a smart sequel to the trilogy, or the end of the trilogy as they're calling it, because it's very much the Aliens to Alien. And what I mean by that is you're packing a bit more punch. It's retaliation time, right? You're going to be shooting back. That's not to say it's not horror, not to say it's not scary, not to say it's not hard and difficult and mean and not fair and all that other stuff that you love from Nemesis. But yeah, you're going to be able to take the fight to them a little bit. And that, I think, has a lot of people excited. Definitely a different flavor of things than what we're getting used to. It's not just more of the same. This is definitely a new style that you're going to be able to play and try this version out versus the others. I think that's super smart, genius move on their part, and I'm excited to see what that goes. They're still like actively working on the rules and stuff. So if you have any ideas or something like that, I'm sure they're open to them. So feel free to let them know. Again, there's a link down to all of this down below, including GameWorkCreate, the sponsor of today's video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys again very soon with some news. Obviously, there's some stuff going there. I have a Townsfolk Tussle review in progress, so we'll be working on that as well. I'll get that to you soon. And with that, have a great rest of your day. Take care, guys.